Because if you can't afford a house, you can't afford a house. You're called a renter. That is what happened. But here now is Barack Obama. The opposite. I think the 2012 race is shaping up pretty clearly. I think it's shaping up very, very clear. Here's Barack Obama on Letterman explaining how we've had too little government and not enough regulation, which, of course,
I also
is a
think
joke.
that some of the anger is misplaced. What people should really be angry about is the fact that because of the lack of regulation, for example, we ended up having to pony up hundreds of billions of dollars to banks.
Now, I don't think he's lying there. I think he's clueless. I think he's clueless about the Community Redevelopment Act. I think this guy really is a finger puppet. And I think he goes out there and just yaps, and has no, this is what he's been told. And so he says it. And we've bailed out banks because Clinton and the Community Redevelopment Act told banks to give out billions of dollars in loans and mortgages to people who were going to default.
And that if we had had some good regulations in place, we wouldn't have had to do that. The last thing I wanted to sign up for was having to get involved in helping out Wall Street. The last thing I wanted to do is to have to get involved in dealing with the auto industry. The reason that we had to make some of the decisions that we've had over the last several months is because we got in a situation, ironically, that we had too little government, too little regulation. People were taking wild risks, expecting that maybe taxpayers would come back and bail them out after the fact because we couldn't afford the whole financial system to go under.
So there's Urkel saying that, everybody figured, that the government would save them. It was the government that told them to do it and that they would be punished if they did not do it. It's what Barack Obama all just said right there was bullshit. Absolute crap. But it was also, I didn't sign up for this. Mr. Smarty Pants, you're the president of the United States. When he was running, he knew what was happening. And what was the phrase in the beginning? Never let a good crisis go to waste. And since then, they've been desperate to recreate it. And we have not let them. You have refused to let them. You refuse to panic over the economy. You refuse to panic over the swine damn flu, over global warming. You are not. It's so funny. They keep looking for that ring in your nose. And it's not there. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is what I think 2012 may sound like. Americans are going to have a choice. And by 2012, believe me, you heard the conciliatory tone, and I didn't want to be doing any of this. It's funny. He had choices, didn't he? He sure did. He made the choice of not letting, quote, a good crisis go to waste, and implemented what has been the dream of liberals for half a century, that we have watched communists do for over 100 years and fail at, which is nationalize everything. This is what Barack Obama is doing. There's nothing new. There's no hope and change. It's old crap in the fridge that stinks. It's like, honey, look, this is new. No, that's not new, honey. That's the stew from 3 months ago that you never threw out that's grown something. No, it looks totally different. Then, yes, it is. It's totally changed. That's called mold. And there might be some maggots in there now. And it is totally not what we had 3 months ago. And it is completely different. But it's not new. It's what we had before. It's just bad. That's what it is. Yeah. On to our musical interlude. The Sarah Palin speech, bottom line, fabulously successful. She impressed people wildly. We have the UN going on in New York with beasts wandering the streets. When we return, finally, a Senate staffer admitting during a committee hearing that is televised, what's going to happen to you seniors with Medicare Advantage if, in fact, death care passes with the cuts that they're planning for Medicare. Finally, it's admitted. I'll have that for you when we return. and a reminder of the conservative alternative to the AARP, as the AARP starts getting some word that apparently a GOP report that the AARP is getting kickbacks in the Democrat health care bills. I'll have that for you as well. In the meantime, as we remind ourselves that we are indeed at war, another one of World War II's biggest hits here on the Tammy Bruce radio program. Yeah.
To be taken with a grain of salt
right.
and a lime wedge.
We try.
It's the Tammy Bruce Show.
I am she, and I'll be right back.